Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. If you have been waiting on the broadcast to start, well, first of all, we're going to apologize to you. We had a little technical difficulty, and we had a little bit of trouble getting things going. We want to apologize the second time, too, because I have Chris Wilson with me here tonight. Jason stepping in for Jason Mullins, and you probably missed the greatest first quarter of broadcasting that's ever been broadcasted, and you unfortunately had to miss that.
I would agree. I think we did a great job broadcasting the 0-1 there in the first quarter. The good news is we jump in live now, and the score is 16-2 Central. So not only did you miss great broadcasting, you also missed an excellent start by the Central Warriors there in the first quarter.
Exactly right, Chris. The Warriors defensively have been playing very, very well, contesting all the drives, contesting all the shots Union's had. The only, I guess, problem, like I said, that the Warriors have had to start off with is they missed some easy buckets early on.
Had a few offensive rebounds by Union early, but Central was able to keep them from putting those offensive rebounds in the basket. And like I said, they jumped out the early 16-2 lead, and we're here in the second quarter now.
Here we go. So we have Olivia Mullins, who balls past the top of the key, who can't get the handle on it. She recovers it, so kicks it over to Brittany Mullins, who finds Hannah Carter in the left corner. She drops into the lane, kicks it out to Brittany Mullins in the left wing. She drops into the lane as well. Finds Gracie Mullins in the right wing, who finds Hannah Carter over in the left wing. Now skip pass down to Brittany Mullins in the corner, back to the top of the key to Gracie Mullins. She's trying to find a hole here in the Union defensive zone.
Union sticking with the zone. They stuck with it in the first quarter. They come out here in the second quarter right back in another 2-3 zone.
Ball gets swung across to Hannah Carter, who drives baseline and finds nothing. She back to the top of the key to Olivia Mullins. She's taking her time, being very patient right here. The Central Warriors are. The thing is good. She dribbles finds Brittany Mullins underneath the basket for an easy two. It's up and in.
Central has had a ton of success penetrating into the middle of the lane, finding the post player inside and finishing, despite the fact that Union has been in a 2-3 zone.
18-2 now, 6:50 left to go here in the second quarter. Union has the ball in their own end. It'll be number 4, who is Jalen Webb, kicks it over to number 24 in the corner, who would be Autumn Varner, who's up for a 3. It's no good. Olivia Mullins pulled the rebound down. She's racing back down the other way for the Central Warriors.
Union continues to drive and kick and look for open threes, and so far it has not worked.
On the drive, Olivia Mullins is a foul. It's like a reaching foul. That foul will be caught on number 4, Jalen Webb.
That'll be her first foul. It'll be the team's 5th here in the first half.
And Union Bears are sending in mass substitutions. In comes 5 new players. Out goes the 5 that was in there. Corey Boston may be not too happy with the 5 that was in there this time, so he's going to bring a new 5 in.
I think we have a fire wagon change if we're watching hockey right now.
Brittany Mullins has the ball at the top of the key. She kicks it over to Hannah Carter to the wing. Down to the left corner goes Gracie Mullins. Swing pass to the right wing to Olivia Mullins. Ball's tipped. Loose ball gained back by Olivia Mullins, who drives into the lane. An errant pass gets stolen away by number 22, Ashley Chester. Here comes Union back down the other way. The ball gets kicked down to number 2 into the corner. He finds number 23 at the top of the key. He finds over number 14. That's Jaden Smith, who's dribbling. Lisa Vetton applying the pressure. Ball goes down to the corner to Emily Brooks, who drives baseline. Kicks over to the other corner. Number 14, which is Jaden Smith, comes in to the drive. She is fouled on the drive. Looks like the foul will be called on number 30. That is Hannah Carter. Coach Dodson not happy with that call.
That'll be Carter's 2nd personal foul of the half. My guess is she may be coming out. I know Coach Dodson's a little thin on the bench, so he may ride it out with Carter here with 2 fouls here in the first half.
18-2, 6 minutes to go here. Your Warriors are still ahead. It's number 2. That would be Lips, who kicks it over to number 1, which is the Webb, who finds number 14, which is Smith, down in the corner. They're down to the low block, back up to the wing. Lips again. She's dribbling. Decent Vetton's applying the pressure. Back down, ball goes down to the corner. Union kicks the ball here to wing number 2. That will be Lips, up for a 3. Off the front end, no good. Rebound pulled down by Decent Vetton. Here come your Warriors.
Another missed 3 by Union. Again, living and dying by the drive and kick out. And so far, it is not working. The Central man-to-man defense has been pretty good so far.
Brooke Porter dribbles down to the corner, kicks it over to Brittany Mullins, who finds Gracie Mullins at the top of the key. Swings it over to the left wing to Hannah Carter, who finds Brooke Porter on the curl. She has a wide open 3 from the wing. Gets up. It's no good. Rebound pulled down by number 14, who is Jada Smith. And back comes the other way, comes the Union Bears. Down to the short corner. Ball stolen away by Brooke Porter. He's on a racing down. We got Gracie Smith out in front of her. She finds her. Gracie Mullins, finds her in the left wing or left short corner. She finds Hannah Carter for about a 10-foot jumper. It gets blocked away, it looks like. Yeah, ball was blocked away by number 14, Jada Smith. Warrior basketball.
It appears Dawson will not ride with Carter here in the first half. With 2 fouls, she is coming out, and in comes Olivia Mullins taking her place.
Ball's underneath. Olivia Mullins going to throw it in. Central runs through their inbounds play. Ball gets kicked to the short corner, number 42, D. Savetnik, who finds Brooke Porter. He dribbles the ball to the left wing. Finds Olivia Mullins on the cut underneath. Ball gets deflected away right into the hands of D. Savetnik, who goes up with the left hand and a nice finish as she's fouled. Give her 2 of them. That is now 20-2 in favor of your Warriors.
Foul will be called on Union's Emily Brooks. That is her second, team 6th here in the first half. Central now with a 20-2 lead. Consider how close the first 3 contests were when these 2 teams met earlier in the year, Lance. I'm surprised at this start by the Central Warriors.
Agree. I would have to agree. That shot was in good for D. Savetnik. It makes it 21-2. Union's obviously having some trouble here, finding ways to get the ball into the basket. Here comes number 1. That will be Abigail Webb. Drives to the lane, and finally Union finds a way to get the lid off of it. Scores now 21-4. Coming this way now is the Central Warriors.
Even when Union does score, it's a tough shot. That was a very difficult shot right there by Webb in the lane. Good defense by Savetnik in the paint.
Ball gets shot up by Gracie Mullins. She can't get the easy one. D. Savetnik comes down with the rebound. She can't get the one either. Ball gets pulled down by number 14. That's Jada Smith, and we're headed back the other way for the Union Bears. She's dribbling in to the lane. She finds number 1 at the top of the key. That's Webb, who's also trying to drive. She picks up number 14. Again, that's Smith, who shoots the 3. It's no good. Rebound pulled down by number 11, Brittany Mullins.
The Warriors' defense seems to be content to let Smith shoot the ball outside. Savetnik was guarding her, laying off of her a little bit, daring her to drive or shoot the ball outside.
Olivia Mullins now, Brooke Porter now leading the row here for the Warriors. Dribbling the ball at the top of the key, finds Brittany Mullins down the left corner. A nice screen by D. Savetnik for a 3. It's no good. Rebound to the Warriors, or rebound to the Bears. Quickly the other way comes number 1. That's Abigail Webb. She finds about a 5-foot jump shot. They can't find the rim. Brittany Mullins comes away with the rebound, finds Gracie Mullins. She can get the full. And Gracie Mullins with a wide open layup, but she just got too excited there, Chris, and just couldn't complete on it.
Yeah, that was a pretty easy layup. She's got to finish there. Another missed shot right there by Lips in the lane. Another good defensive possession by D. Savetnik. Savetnik looking a little windy now, getting down the floor.
We got a 3 taken there by Gracie Mullins. An excellent job by number 2, Heather Lips, hustling back down the floor, getting her hand on that shot and knocking it out of bounds. It will be Central basketball.
Sarah Dodson checking in, giving Brittany Mullins a breather. On the floor right now for the Warriors, it's Olivia Mullins, Brooke Porter, Sarah Dodson, Gracie Mullins, and D. Savetnik.
Olivia Mullins inbounds the ball to Brooke Porter. Over here to the left wing, it's hit to Sarah Dodson. Sarah Dodson getting a little pressure applied to her, and a quick timeout called by Coach Dodson. He must not like what he saw there, Chris.
Yeah, I believe Union started extending the 2-3 zone a little bit. It looked like they were prepared for a trap. Coach Dodson wanted to make sure his team was settled down and prepared for that, so we called a quick timeout to talk it over.
3:16 left to go here in the first half. The score is your Central Warriors 21, the visiting Union Bears 4.
And as I was referencing earlier, these 2 teams have played 3 times this year, and all 3 games were close. The 2 teams met back in December at the Powell Valley National Tip-Off. Central came away with a 46-40 victory in that game. And from what I gather, it was pretty close until late in the game when Coach Bostic for the Union Lady Bears picked up a late technical. It kind of took his team out of it. And then the 2 teams met in conference play in January at Union, and the Lady Bears handed the Central Warriors their only defeat of the season, a 53-48 win by the Lady Bears. But the Central Warriors got the payback again at home just about 2 weeks ago when the Lady Warriors defeated the Lady Bears 47-43. Again, that was last Tuesday night, I believe, the next to last game in the conference play. And I believe it nearly wrapped up the conference for the Lady Warriors.
As we're getting ready to get back under action here, it'll be Central Warrior basketball again. Olivia Mullins is getting ready to inbound. One more time, the score is 21-4. 3:16 left to play. And the action has started. The ball gets thrown into Brooke Porter, who finds Gracie Mullins. Brooke Porter flashes to the middle, finds Sarah Dodson in the left corner. She dribbles up to the top, finds Gracie Mullins at the top of the key. Warriors being patient here, trying to find a place inside the zone to get a good shot. Olivia Mullins passes the ball over to the left wing to Brooke Porter, who finds Gracie Mullins at the foul line. Out to the wing to Sarah Dodson, up for a 3. It's no good. And the ball will be out of bounds coming to the Union Bears.
Looks like Coach Dawson's adjustment is when they come out the trap, he wants a young lady in the middle of the floor, looking to hit the player in the middle of the floor and then attacking the basket with the 3-on-2 after that.
Here comes Webb down for the Union Bears, setting up through the offense as they're running through. We get the ball kicked into number 14, who finds number 23 down to the corner, back to number 14, which is Smith, who kicks it over to number 1, which is Webb, who then finds 23 at the right wing, who swings it over to number 22, which would be Chester, who takes about a 10-foot jump shot. It's no good. And as she goes up for the rebound, that would be number 14, Jada Smith. I believe she is called for a over-the-back foul on her.
That'll be her second, team 7th. One thing I noticed that possession, Central Lady Warriors switched to a 2-3 zone for the first time tonight.
And it'll be Deer Central Warriors will be shooting a 1-1 with Olivia Mullins going to the line. The score is still 21-4, 2:30 left to go here in the first half.
Resetting our lineups here for Union. We have Lips on the floor, Chester, Webb, and Jada Smith in as well.
First one's up and no good for Olivia Mullins. The ball goes off of the Union Bear and out of bounds. It still stay Central Warrior basketball. Lady Warriors are setting up their inbounds play. Olivia Mullins is going to throw the ball in. They run through the play, find Sarah Dotson in the corner, who dribbles up to the top. Finds Brooke Porter to top the key, who's being patient here, trying to find a cutter coming through. She's still dribbling. Have Decent Vetnick cutting to the top of the foul line, who then pivots around and finds a nice pass to Brooke Porter cutting to the basket. She can't convert on the layup. Union basketball coming the other way.
Nice give and go play right there by the Warriors. Unfortunately, Brooke Porter cannot convert on the layup.
The number one, Webb, has got the ball over here on the right corner. She's being very patient. The 2-3 zone has kind of changed the pace here a little bit for the Union Bears. He swings the ball over to number 23, who then comes back to Webb over here on the right wing. She dribbles up to the top, setting up the offense. Seeing how they're going to attack the Central Warriors zone. She's still continuing to dribble. We got working through the offense, trying to find down here in the corner. We have number 23, very quick entry pass to number 14. It will be Smith. Shots up, no good. Rebound, Lydia Mullins back the other way, comes to Central Warriors.
Union has had several wide open shots. Unfortunately for them, they just cannot convert.
Lydia Mullins drives to the basket, finds a curling Gracie Mullins for three. The shot's no good. Rebound pulled down by Webb. Here comes Union the other direction. She's stopped by Sarah Dodson. Pass gets done. She passes to number 2, who finds a quick outlet or quick out pass to number 23. That was Emily Brooks. If for a three, it's good. Score is now 21-7.
The shooter's touched right there by Brooks as Union finally gets a three-pointer to fall.
1:15 left to go. Lydia Mullins takes her time, and she's walking the ball down the floor, setting up in the offense. Union is continuing to stay in the 2-3 zone. Brooke Porter finds Lydia Mullins at the foul line. He goes down to the left corner to Sarah Dodson. He then finds Decent Vetnick on the steal. Pass just a little too late and got stolen away by the Union Bears. Back comes the other way, comes number 23. That's Emily Brooks. Finds number 1, Abigail Webb, down in the corner. And long skip pass over to number 2. That's Lips, who drives in. Finds number 1. That's Webb, right wing. She's dribbling up to the top of the key. Down to the corner. Ball was passed to number 22, I believe that is. Yeah, that's 22. Ashley Chester. She's a nice baseline drive there to the basket. But Decent Vetnick slid over just in time and drew the charge. Nice play there by number 42, Decent Vetnick.
That'll be number 2 on Chester, her second personal foul. Union now with 3 girls on the floor, each with 2 personal fouls with 43.5 seconds left in the first half.
21-7. Ball gets inbounds to Olivia Mullins. She's going to take her time to walk it down. Union staying in the 2-3 zone. The clock runs down 35 seconds. It looks as if the Central Warriors are going to take the last shot, kind of run this thing out. They're running through the offense. Back to the top of the key to Brooke Porter, who finds Gracie Mullins at the foul line. Kicks it out to Olivia Mullins. He comes back to Brooke Porter at the top of the key. Gracie Mullins again at the foul line. Out to the wing again to Olivia Mullins. Back down to Gracie Mullins again. Ball's loose. Comes away to Decent Vetnick. Can't keep her hands on it. She had a wide open layup there, Chris. Just couldn't keep her hands on it. Ball goes out of bounds to be Union basketball.
Yeah, again, Central seems to want to get the ball into the high post area, looking to dump it down low if possible. I believe Coach Dotson wanted to kill a little bit more time right there and maybe take the last shot.
10 seconds left to go. Ball is deflected out of bounds on the entry pass. It will stay Union basketball. We have 8.9 left to go. Score still 21-7. Union Bears setting up in their inbounds play, running through their inbounds play, trying to find the one who comes open. You see number 22 come open underneath the basket, but we're kicking out here to number 23, who's at the top of the wing to 14. That is Smith. She takes a 15-foot jumper. It's no good. Livy Mullins racing back down the court. 3, 2, 1. Livy Mullins takes a quick shot. It's up off the front end. Almost good, but not quite. At the end of the first half, it is yours, Central Warriors 21, the Union Bears 7. And as the cheerleaders come on for the halftime cheer, we're going to step away for just a brief second, gather our sponsors, gather the scores we've got here for you, and we'll give you a rundown of the first half of play. And we're back here. We have about 7.5 minutes left to go in halftime. And again, we want to take a quick second and apologize for the first quarter that you all were probably expecting to hear, and then showed up to YouTube, the YouTube site there, and found out that it was not going on. We had some technical difficulties. We have those things situated and figured out now, though. So you'll be here joining us the rest of the evening for this broadcast. Again, here in the semifinal action, the second game tonight of the Mountain 7 District, we have your Central Warriors 21, the Union Bears 7. In our earlier game tonight between Ridgeview and Abington, Ridgeview came away victorious. That score was 51-46. So they will punch their ticket to Friday night's championship game, and we're going to wait to see how this game turns out, to see who will be the other opponent in that one as well. With me tonight again is Chris Wilson, stepping in for Jason Mullins, who couldn't be here tonight, and he's going to give you a recap of the first half, and along with the list of our sponsors as well.
Yeah, before we get to the stats, we'd like to thank our sponsors for tonight's broadcast: ITS Ideal Technology Solutions, Shade Tree Landscaping, Dale's Heating and Air, Evan Sturgill Photography, Cavalier Pharmacy, Todd's Hair Studio, Genesis Salon, Innovative Graphics, Courtney Van Huss, LuLaRoe, Morgan McClure, Coburn, Virginia, and Robo's Drive-In. Again, this game is brought to you by Sturgill Sports Media. You can reach Sturgill Sports Media at evansturgillphotography.com. If you'd like to be a sponsor, again, contact Evan Sturgill. And again, that email address is sturgillsportsmedia at evansturgillphotography.com. Just a quick recap of the first half stats. For the Central Warriors, they began the game with a 16-2 start, outscoring the Union Lady Bears 16-2. Scores thus far for the Warriors: Gracie Mullins with 3 points, Brittany Mullins with 2, Olivia Mullins with 4, Hannah Carter with 2, and Dee Savetnik leading all scores thus far with 10. Again, that's Gracie Mullins with 3, Brittany Mullins with 2, Olivia Mullins with 4, Hannah Carter with 2, and Dee Savetnik leading all scores with 10. For the Union Lady Bears, it's a little bit simpler to recap. For Union, they scored 2 points in the first quarter, 5 in the second, for 7 points in all, making the halftime score 21-7. Scorers thus far for the Union Bears are Abigail Webb with 2, Heather Lips with 2, and Emily Brooks with a 3. Again, that's Webb with 2, Lips with 2, and Brooks with 3. Again, our halftime score is 21-7.
Union had trouble there in the first half there, Chris. They got some pretty good looks, got some open shots, just couldn't seem to convert on anything. You know, we mentioned before earlier on, this is the fourth time these two teams have played, and all 3 games have been very hotly contested, back and forth, coming down to the wire. And this has been just a little different story tonight for the fourth time these two have met up here in the district tournament. And I think a lot of the reasoning we see the score as it is right now is that Union just can't convert on very much.
Yeah, Union's had plenty of wide open shots. It seems like they're early in the first quarter and even through the second quarter, while Central was in man-to-man. Union was getting a lot of dribble penetration, some kick-outs for some open threes. I don't know the exact stats, but I want to say Union probably shot at least close to a dozen threes, many of them wide open, uncontested threes. That they were unable to convert. They finally hit one there midway through the second quarter. Seems like the defensive game plan seems to be for Central, though. Pressure the ball on the wings on the pass. The girl gets the ball open. By now, let her shoot. Early on in the game, though, Central did have a tough time boxing out on those long threes. Some of those long rebounds. Union was getting the offensive board. But for Union, they couldn't convert. So Central was able to capitalize on that. I was kind of shocked there towards the end of the second quarter. See Coach Dotson switch to a 2-3 zone. At the time, Central led 21-2, I believe it was, had a 19-point lead. Coach Dotson called a timeout, switched to a 2-3 zone, and kind of went unnoticed because the score is so lopsided. But Union actually finished the half on a 5-0 run.
Yeah, it's been an interesting game here the first half. Kind of things, I guess, not what most people that showed up in the gym tonight kind of expected. I would imagine, though, as Union Bears will come out, they'll start hitting some of those shots. This game will start to get a little bit closer as we move into the third quarter and the fourth quarter. We know one thing for sure: there's not going to be any quit. The Union Bears, and will not be any quit from our team or the Central Warriors either. This game will continue. It appears, Chris, to be out of hand right now, but I think you will agree. We both know, and everybody else in this gym knows well, this thing is not out of hand just quite yet.
Oh, absolutely not. If Union comes out here early on in the second half and hits a few early shots, I think Coach Bostic's talk at halftime has to be try to cut this game to single digits. That's got to be the first battle. If you can cut it to single digits, you can fight back from there. Once you get it below 10 points, then you can kind of go back to work. But right now, yes, Central has to enjoy the lead that they have, but they can't just lay on that lead. They've got to keep fighting and keep working. We saw a little bit of change out of Union there late in the second quarter on defense. They began to extend that 2-3 zone, look in the trap. They forced a few turnovers out of Central, and again, they capitalized with that 5-0 run to end the half.
You are listening once again here. We have about 2.5 minutes before we get started in the second half. You are listening to the Sturgill Sports Media broadcast of the Warrior Nation blog, of the broadcast we have going on of the second semifinal game of the Mountain 7 District Girls Tournament here at Central High School on this nice Wednesday evening, Valentine's Day. I'm sitting here by Chris Wilson, who I know did Valentine's Day the right way today. Is that right, Chris?
I'm sitting here with you right now on Valentine's night. I'm not sure if my wife is back home listening right now, but if she is, I'd like to wish my wife a happy Valentine's Day. I love you. I would probably rather be sitting beside of you, but I guess if I had an alternative, Lance, I guess I'll sit beside of you.
And I will reverb those same words. I think my wife and my new baby daughter is at home as well listening, so we like to say a happy Valentine's Day to each of them as well. And if I can't be there with them, I'm glad to be here with you tonight, Chris. We got about 1.5 minutes left to go here before we get started. We're going to go quiet here for just the next little bit. And once this game gets kicked back off, start of the third quarter, we'll be right back here with you with the action from Central High Gymnasium, the Mountain 7 District of the second game of the semifinals girls basketball tournament. The Central Warriors 21, Union Bears 7. And we are back here in action again, getting ready to start the third quarter. We'll start the ball. As we start the third quarter here, it'll be Union basketball. And if old school, I guess, thinking about a radio dial, we'll be heading from right to left. If you're thinking about it that way, Union will be going to the left end of the gym here. And as we get started here in the third quarter, it looks like the starters are back in for both teams. It appears that they are. The number 2, who is Heather Lips, will be inbounding the ball to Webb. And the third quarter is now underway. Ball gets home to the top of the key, who's number 22, which would be Chester. And she goes in for the layup. And we have a foul called. And it looks like the foul will be
on Carter, her third.
Carter, push on Carter. That will be her third. The Union basketball underneath.
I see a quick change already by Dotson after the half. He did switch back to the man-to-man. He spent about 2 minutes in the zone. He's right back to man-to-man.
Ball gets inbounded in number 22, who finds number 14 at the elbow. She's driving into the middle of the lane. Gets the ball back up to number 2. That's Lips. Lips is, then we have a timeout on the court. Looks like Gracie Mullins is down. She
appears to be a right leg injury.
Right leg injury of some type. Out comes Coach Dotson to check on her and see how she's doing.
Again, the Central Warriors switching back to the man-to-man. I noticed again early in the first half as well here in the second half. It appears that the game plan on number 14, Jada Smith, regarding her with Dee Savetnik, is to let her catch the ball up in the high post area, maybe even at the top of the key. And Central seems to be daring her to shoot the ball outside, daring her to maybe put the ball on the floor and come to Savetnik, who's guarding her, and then play good, strong man-to-man post defense inside.
Got a lull in the action here as Coach Dotson and the assistant coaches are out checking on Gracie Mullins. It looks like they're looking at her right leg, maybe her right knee or ankle. I can't tell exactly what's going on. They're getting her up now as we speak and getting a little help off the court. Nice round of applause here from the fans on both sides as she is being helped off the court. Not putting much weight on that thing right now, Chris. Hopefully that thing will just make just a little stinger or something. Maybe she just rolled it a little bit and she'll be back in action very soon.
Again, Coach Dotson not very deep on the bench right now. If Gracie is unable to play, I only see one other sub on the bench, maybe just 6 girls total now, all Coach Dotson will be able to go to. If Gracie is out, the only sub I see on the bench right now is Sarah Dotson. So Coach Dotson may be forced to play the rest of this game with just 6 players. We hope Gracie's okay, but if not, Coach Dotson's going to be very thin on the bench the rest of the way.
Ball gets inbounds here by Union. Looking for a inbounder. Ball gets inbounds in number 14, Smith. He takes a second, dribbles around, finds number 22 down the baseline. He kicks it out to number 2 again. That is Lips. Drives into the foul line. finds number one. That's Webb. She drives into the basket, up for a layup. It's no good. Ball gets rebounded by number 11, Brittany Mullins, and we're headed back down the other way.
Drive right there by Webb. Good interior defense by the Warriors. Good rotation. Looked like maybe a charge or a block. The referee chose to go with no call. Central Warriors ball.
Ball gets kicked over to the right wing to Brooke Porter, who is taking their time now trying to find the open area. Union still sitting in the zone down to the corner to Hannah Carter, who flips it back to the top of the key to Olivia Mullins, who then finds down to the other corner, Brooke Porter, who is open, who kicks it under the low block. Get your pass to Hannah Carter, who got up and in, give her 2, 23-7. Nice hit your pass there. Nice finish by the Lady Warriors.
That was a good finish. Again, going back to the first half, the Warriors had some success getting the ball inside in the paint and finishing early on. It looks like the game plans to go back to that here early in the second half.
23-7 is the score in favor of your Warriors. Is number 14, which is Jada Smith, drives to the basket, finds number 2. That slips out on the right wing. She's also trying to find a lane to dribble in. She kicks it over to number 22, who goes up for a shot and gets tied up in the jump ball by Brooke Porter. The ball is going to be headed back to Warrior direction.
Not only are the Warriors playing man-to-man defense, but they're also playing a sagging man-to-man defense, almost letting the Union Bears drive to the basket, or at least drive to the lane and kick out, daring them to shoot the outside shot. And thus far, it's working because Union is not making the outside shots.
Union comes out in the 2-2-1 press as the Warriors take their time trying to break it. We find Hannah Carter down here in the right corner, a broken press. She finds a nice entry pass to Disa Beckman, who goes up for a layup. He can't make it, but Johnny Allen's spot is Brooke Porter there to pull the offensive rebound down and give her up. Give her 2, 25-7. 6:10 left to go here in the third quarter. Number 14, which is Shada Smith, drives to the basket. Turnaround jumper, no good. Rebound pulled down by Disa Vedek. Outlet pass to number 12, Brooke Porter. Warriors coming down and running the other way. Ball gets turned to the top to Olivia Mullins. She drives to the basket, finds Brittany Mullins on the left wing, who kicks it back up to the top to Brooke Porter, to the top of the key. Again, being patient here are the Warriors, trying to find a nice open shot and continuing this 2-3 zone that Union continues to stay in. Olivia Mullins is pressured a little bit at the wing. She finds Hannah Carter at the foul line, who shoots about a 10-foot jumper. It's no good. Disa Vetnik up for the rebound. It's a loose ball. Ball goes out of bounds. It'll be Central Warrior basketball.
Again, Lady Warriors getting the ball into the high post. Nice high post entry pass right there to Carter. Had a nice easy jump shot convert. But again, Central getting some good easy shots in the paint here early in the second half.
Warriors set up to run their inbounds plays. Olivia Mullins takes it out. We've got them set up in a box. Screening across for Hannah Carter. She finds the ball in the middle, about a 5-foot jump shot. It's a nice-looking jump shot there, Chris. Up to give her 2 as well. Score is now 27-7, 5:30 to go.
Another easy pass in the middle of the lane. This time Carter converts and makes the shot.
That's number 1. It would be Abigail Webb. Drives to the lane, finds the layup, can't convert on it. The rebound's pulled down by Disa Vetton and kicked ahead to number 23, Olivia Mullins, who brings down the ball. Finds Hannah Carter at the top of the key. Finds Brittany Mullins as they're running the dribble drive weave. You find Disa Vetton underneath. As she was going through her post move, she was fouled by number 14, Jada Smith. That foul will be called on the floor.
That will be Smith's third foul. Really not a very smart foul that time by Smith. Savetnik had post position inside. Smith tried to go through her back and try to tip the ball away. Easy foul for the referee to call right there.
Warriors run through their inbounds play. They kick it out to the corner to Hannah Carter, who finds Brooke Porter at the top of the key, who then finds a nice entry pass to Disa Vetty. They did a nice job there stealing the girl, getting her on her back and getting position. As she goes up to shoot 2, she's fouled. She'll go to the line for 2 foul shots.
Great job right there in the zone. Looking vertical. Vertical passes a lot of times are open in the zone. Good vertical pass right there to Savetnik, who had great position. Had a shot inside, draws the foul. The foul is on Smith. That'll be her 4th. So Coach Bostic going to be forced to make a change. It appears that number 34, Kara Mullins, will enter the game for the Lady Bears, and number 14, Jada Smith, will have to sit for a while.
First foul shot was up and good for Disa Vetting. That makes the score 28-7 with 5:15 left to go. Second shot coming, gets up. It's good as well. This score now 29-7 in favor of your Central Warriors. Here comes the Union Bears down the other direction. It'll be number 1, Webb. He finds number 22. That would be Ashley Cheshire on the other side. He finds number 34. Earns a nice pass inside. Nice left-handed layup there for number 34, Kara Mullins. Give her 2, 29-9 to score.
Breakdown in the Warriors defense right there. They over-rotated a little bit on the man-to-man. Just over-rotated, left the weak side open. Nice pass by the Bears for the layup.
Union comes out in a little 2-2-1 press and gives the Warriors a little bit of trouble. Brooke Porter trying to find a long pass down to the block. Can't quite complete. Turnover, Union basketball. Number one drives to the basket. Abigail Webb, who then gets the ball turned over by number 11, Brittany Mullins. Nice steal. She finds Brooke Porter streaking down the court. She goes up in for an easy 2. Give her both of them. 31-9 is the score. We have a timeout being called on the floor. The timeout is called by Coach Dotson and the Central Warriors. Again, 4:37 left to play. The score is now 31-9 in favor of your Central Warriors.
We talked about halftime adjustments at the half. We wanted to see what each team would do in the second half. Central went back to the man-to-man defense, which worked well in the first quarter. Halfway through the second quarter, it seems to be working well again here in the third quarter. Central has started the third quarter in the second half with a 10-2 run. They've combated the late first half run by Union when they went on a 5-0 run against the 2-3 zone. Coach Dotson switching back to the man-to-man defense, and it's worked well for the Warriors. Like I said, are on a 10-2 run here to start the third quarter and have stretched the lead back up to 22 with a 31-9 lead.
And a pretty good offensive production here tonight by the Central Warriors. You know, they've missed some easy ones early on, but now they're starting to convert on some of those easy buckets. You know, they're being pretty handsy. You know, defense has been good tonight. They've got a lot of breakaway layups because they've had to turn Union over on just being handsy and getting their hands in passing lanes and getting their hands on crossovers and stuff, getting balls tipped away, and then hustling out and getting good easy layups in transition.
The one thing I've noticed, the Union Bears continue to get the ball into Jada Smith's hands. She's out of the game now with 4 fouls. The Central has been content to let her handle the ball outside, make them come to them inside, and so far it hasn't worked well for the Union Bears. She's missed some open shots. She's had a few turnovers, and like I said, Central's doing well in this man-to-man defense.
And now we go. Union has the basketball. We have number 23, who is Emily Brooks, who's dribbling to the top of the key. She is being pressured by Olivia Mullins. She kicks the ball down to the right corner. That would be number 11, which is Zoe Brooks, who then finds number 34, excuse me, who is Kara Mullins, who then gets the ball stolen away from her by Brittany Mullins, who finds Olivia Mullins down to the layup. She gets a nice hustle back by Union there to stop the break. Brooke Porter finds Lisa Beckman underneath the basket. Lisa Beckman misses the first one, gets her own rebound, goes up again, and gets fouled as she is attempting the second layup. It doesn't go, but she's going to go to the line to shoot 2.
Lisa Beckman has worked very hard tonight inside for the Lady Warriors. Again, she had 10 points in the first half. She's crashing the offensive boards hard here in the second half. Missed her own shot. She didn't give up on it. Went and got her own rebound. Went up strong again and drew the foul on the Lady Bears. The foul was on number 23, Emily Brooks. That is 3 now for her. So the Lady Bears starting to run into a little bit of foul trouble here in the second half.
First shot was up and good for Lisa Beckman. I tell you, Chris, she's got to be getting close to a double-double as well. It seems like she almost always the one that comes away with the rebound.
Absolutely. She's got to be getting close to 10 rebounds. She's going to come out now for a breather. Coach Dotson putting Sarah Dotson in, give Lisa Beckman a much-needed breather. Again, Sarah Dotson appears to be the only one on the Warriors bench right now. Checking over there, it appears Gracie Mullins may be out for the night. Looks like she's icing that right ankle that she hurt just a few minutes ago here in the third quarter.
33-9 is your score in favor of the Central Warriors. Union has the basketball. Central's in the 2-3 zone. And Central as Union is taking their time up top, trying to find an open shot. That would be number 2, Heather Lips. Kicks the ball over to number 11, and that would be Zoe Brooks, who then, as she sends it over to number 23, Brooks, who then tries to dribble it away. She gets her somebody from Central get their hand on it. She dribbled it again, dribbled out of bounds. That'd be a turnover. Union. Ball coming back Central's way.
It'll be interesting to see if Dotson decides to stick to the 2-3 zone here for a while. With such a short bench and only 6 healthy players right now, he may switch to the 2-3 zone just to give his girls a break.
And we got the Central Warrior basketball. We have Sarah Dotson with the ball down in the corner. She dribbles it back up, finds Brooke Porter at the left wing, who dribbles into the lane for a nice entry pass to Hannah Carter, who just can't seem to get her hands on it. Everybody's on the floor. Everybody's hustling. We have a loose ball. Going to be a jump ball. Possession arrows in favor of the Union Bears.
Tough pass to handle right there by Carter. There's a little bit of traffic in the lane. Again, Central doing a good job getting into the lane, finding that post player. Little tough pass to handle there for Carter. But again, Central doing a great job getting the ball inside.
Comes down, here comes Union number 2, who is Heather Lips. It's a nice screen from one of her teammates. She pulls into the foul line. Nice little jump shot. Looked good coming out of there, and it's good. Scores now 33-11.
Union pulling out a different player right there, setting a double high screen at the top of the key or there at the foul line. Open up the middle for the jump shot, and Union converts.
Brooke Porter gets strapped down in the corner and turns the ball over. So we're coming back down the other way very quickly with Union. That's number 2 again, Heather Lips with back-to-back buckets. That was another nice 15-foot jumper, and she had nothing but net. Give her 2 more. Scores now 33-13.
Union switching to a half-court pressure now. Again, Central staying in the 2-3 zone, and so far Union seems to be a little more comfortable in that zone.
And another trap, a nice entry pass into Hannah Carter, and as she goes up, the ball was knocked away from her by Emily Brooks, and it will stay Central basketball. Nice entry pass there. This is pretty good defense, I thought so.
It was a good block right there by Brooks. She tried to save the ball from going out of bounds, was just unsuccessful, so Central will keep possession.
Sarah Dawson's dribbling the ball top of the key, finds Olivia Mullins, who comes around to set the offense up. Union has extended the pressure a little bit in this 2-3 zone, trying to trap in the corners and the wings. We got the ball gets down to the corner to Brooke Porter, who finds Hannah Carter to the low block, who then turns and sends a reverse pass out to Sarah Dodson. Down to the corner to Brittany Mullins, back to the wing to Sarah Dodson, over to Olivia Mullins, who dribbles in, tries to find Hannah Carter. Ball gets knocked away. Union basketball coming the other direction very quickly. It's number 23, who is Emily Brooks. With a nice cut to the basket. She goes up, give her two, scores now 33-15. Here comes Union, Chris, 6 straight points.
At 6 straight points in the 2-3 zone. I wonder if Coach Dodson is kind of worried here. Earlier when Union extended the pressure here in the 2-3 zone, he brought Gracie Mullins up to the high post area. Gracie Mullins is injured right now. So let's see what Coach Dodson tries to do to break this extended pressure by Union, who just forced another Central turnover, and then back in comes Dee Savetnik.
Yeah, Olivia Mullins there tried to dribble through the trap and got kind of caught up. Now she's trying to throw the ball off the Union player. I think it catches her foot as well as it went out. So it'll be Union basketball. We come back here to Lips, who brings the ball down the court, who has gotten a little bit of fire here lately, Chris. She's hit the last couple of buckets. She's not even touched the rim yet. They're setting here another double screen. She kicks it over to number 23, who is Brooks, who finds number 34, who is Mullins, down to the low block. And as she's trying to pivot out to send a pass out to the wing, she steps out of bounds, turns over, and will be headed back Central way.
Again, Union trying to set a double screen at about the free throw line. It's actually a double inside screen, hoping the point guard can dribble penetrate into the middle of the lane, maybe hopefully get an open jump shot, which Union hopes they can finally convert.
Still our Union still continuing to keep the pressure here. We got a nice entry pass into Dee Savetnik off the trap. She can't convert. And on the loose ball, we have a foul called. You give us just a second. We'll tell you who it's going to be on.
I believe it'll be on Savetnik. Yes, that's correct. It's on Dee Savetnik. That'll be Savetnik's first. That'll be the Warriors, I believe. Oh, I'm sorry. I believe the foul is actually on Union.
Looks like they called on number 34, Chris. That would be Kara Mullins.
That'll be her first. That'll be the Bears' 4th foul here in the second half.
Now we have Central inbounding as they run through their inbounds play. We got a cross screen again for Hannah Carter, who gets the ball at the about a 10-foot jump shot, dribbles into the lane, can't make it. Nice rebound by Dee Savetnik, who pulls it down, puts it back up off the glass, nice and soft. Give her two. Scores now 35-15 in favor of your Central Warriors.
The Lady Bears have yet to find an answer for Dee Savetnik inside in this game.
And we have Union down his lips, shoots another one from three from the corner. It doesn't go in. Looked good coming out, but doesn't go in. Dee Savetnik with the rebound. Central Warriors coming down the other direction. Vivi Mullins here calling the shot. She kicks it to the right wing to Sarah Dodson, who's finding taking her time as well, trying to find the open area. She dribbles back to the top of the key, finds Olivia Mullins back to the wing, and she dribbles back to the top of the key. Kicks it over to the left wing to Brittany Mullins. And Union is applying the pressure. She dribbles baseline, decides not to. Dribbles back up to the top, finds Olivia Mullins back to the top of the key. As she drives into the foul line, finds Brittany Mullins in the left corner for a three. It's up. It's off the back of the rim. No good. Rebound pulled down by number 24. That's Autumn Varner. Here comes the Union Bears back the other direction. Quick outlet pass to number 22, Ashley Chester, who can't get the shot to go. We got an offensive rebound by the Union Bears, who kicks it out to number 11 for a three, which was no good. Zoe Brooks on the miss. Here comes Brittany Mullins back down the other way for the Central Warriors.
Another open three look by the Bears, another failed opportunity.
Olivia Mullins has as Coach Dawson calls out the play, and it looks like Olivia Mullins kind of got a little bit twisted up, and she was falling down. She tried to throw the ball, but it happened to go out of bounds. That will be a turnover against the Warriors. In comes Brooke Porter for the Central Warriors. Again, 35-15, 9.3 seconds left to go here in the third quarter. Out goes Sarah Dodson to take a break. It'll be Union basketball.
Second straight quarter where I think Central Warriors wanted to hold the ball for the last shot, and unfortunately we're not able to.
Now we have Union coming down to number 2. Lips with the basketball with 3 to go. She takes a three as time runs out. Well, she misses the three. We had a few seconds left, and number 11, who is Zoe Brooks, managed to get the rebound, but she can't put it in time and score at the end of the third quarter here from Central High School Gymnasium is 35-15 in favor of your Central Warriors. Well, we got a second here, Chris. Why don't you do us another favor and run down a list here of our sponsors that we have to make this broadcast possible for us.
Again, we'd like to thank the following people. We have ITS, Ideal Technology Solutions, Shade Tree Landscaping, Dale's Heating and Air, Evan Sturgill Photography, Cavalier Pharmacy, Todd's Hair Studio, Genesis Salon, Innovative Graphics, Courtney Van Hust LuLaRoe, Morgan McClure, Coburn, Virginia, and Robo's Drive-In. Again, if anyone would like to become a sponsor, we ask that you please contact Sturgill Sports Media. And you can reach Sturgill Sports Media at evansturgillphotography.com. Again, that email address is sturgillsportsmedia at evansturgillphotography.com.
Now, after the game tonight, guys, when this thing is over, make sure you don't turn it off, right? Hang around for a few minutes afterwards. We'll give you a rundown of the game, give you kind of a schedule, what's going to go on for the rest of the week, and hopefully we'll get either Coach Dotson or one of the assistant coaches over here to give us kind of a after-game interview. We're going to have at least one of the players over here as well to kind of give us their thoughts as well. So don't tune out when you're done, when the game is over. Hang around, listen to what these people have to say afterwards for the game. And if you're listening to this, do us a big favor. In the right-hand corner somewhere on Facebook or YouTube, there's a share button. Click that share button. Let everybody know what's going on here, that we're doing this broadcast, so we can kind of let you know about the athletics and the basketball that's going on here at Central High School for both the boys and the girls team.
As the action begins, just quick recap there in the third quarter, the Central Lady Warriors outscored the Union Lady Bears 14-8. So Central made the adjustments they needed to at halftime and extended the lead to 20.
And we got a quick, nice entry pass there by Hannah Carter, who finds a cutting Brooke Porter to the basket. She just can't convert on it. The Union basketball coming back the other way. That is Lips driving to the basket. She finds number 11, Zoe Brooks, in the corner. And as she tries to kick it in to one of her teammates, number 23, Emily Brooks, the ball gets turned over. Brittany Mullins comes down the other way. Very quickly finds Brooke Porter underneath the basket. As she goes up to shoot a layup, she is fouled by number 1, Abigail Webb. She's going to go to the line to shoot 2. Score once again, 7:27 in the fourth quarter. Score is 35-15 in favor of the Central Warriors.
Good job right there with the Lady Warriors on defense, not sitting on a 20-point lead here in the fourth quarter. I did not quite see if they were in man or zone right there, but again, I saw the intensity and the aggressiveness. They're going to continue to play good, hard defense right here and see if they can't close this game out.
First shot's up, and it's good by Brooke Porter, 36-15. Seconds, we're waiting on the second shot to come now. She's received the ball from the referee. Take a couple of dribbles, set yourself up, and this one is no good. But the rebound is almost pulled down by number 11, Brittany Mullins. She just couldn't get the handle on it. It'll be out of bounds, Union basketball.
I just noticed Coach Dodson looked like he's signaling to his girls, don't slow it down. Let's continue to play hard. I know you're up 21, but again, anything can happen in this game, so let's keep applying the pressure to them.
Abigail Webb kicks the ball over to Lips in the corner, who finds number 14. That is Jada Smith cutting to the basket. She turns around, jumps from about 7 feet. She can't convert, but what excellent hustle there by Lips, and the ball going out of bounds. Sacrificing her body to try to keep the save of things. She gives you plenty of effort, just can't seem to convert on the save there, Chris.
The Lady Warriors did switch back to man-to-man defense. Lady Bears got the ball back into Smith, and again, Central's doing what they've been doing all night, letting Smith bring the ball to them inside, and so far they've held Smith scoreless in this game.
During that action there, we had an entry pass into Hannah Carter, who good defense there by the Union Bears to come across and get the hand on it, and Hannah Carter tried to save it out of bounds, and she doesn't get a hold of it, so it'll be Union basketball. It'll be a turnover for the Central Warriors. Coming back the other way now is Webb, setting up the offense here, and we have a whistle. We have a whistle here by the official. Give me just a second, and I'll tell you exactly what's going on. Looks like
I believe it's a bench warning on Coach Dodson.
I believe it was a bench warning on Coach Dodson.
I think
he was a little quiet here, so it was easy to hear him hollering about something over there.
I think you got a little fired up there on that last term, maybe thinking it was a foul or something that wasn't called. Getting in a quiet gym like that, you yell a little bit, and it's easy to hear. Nice defense right there by Deesa
Nice
Bettany.
defense. Abigail Webb had a pretty good drive to the basket. It looked to be a pretty easy layup, but Deesa Bettany slides over there in plenty of time, gets her feet set, and draws the charge.
Lance, I don't know about you, but I believe it's pretty clear tonight who the MVP of this game has been for the Lady Warriors.
100% for that, Chris. You need to get her up there afterwards and see what her thoughts are in the game. Here we come down the other way. The Central Warriors kick the ball over to Brooke Porter in the right wing, who tries to get entry pass. It was going to be a good pass. The Union Bears got a hand on it. They're quickly back the other way. We found Lips over there in the corner. He shoots a three. It's up. It's good. Quick timeout called there by Coach Boston. The Union Bears here in the fourth quarter with 6:36 to go. We have the score. Your Central Warriors 36, the Union Bears 18.
Bears extending the zone again, coming out in a little half-court trap. Forced a turnover right there by the Warriors. A bad post entry pass led to a turnover out of the trap. Union kicked the ball up the floor quickly. Found the open three on the wing and knocked it down. And if Union had been knocking down their threes this whole game, it'd be a lot tighter than 36-18. Again, a long way to go. Still over 6 minutes to go. If Union can find a few more of those open threes and get them to fall, they can climb right back in this game.
Number 2 here, Heather Lips, Chris. She's really caught fire here. I think the last 4 or 5 shots she's put up, I don't think she's only maybe missed one of them. She's really played well here in the second half for the Union Bears.
She has 9 points so far in the game, which is half of Union's 18, so she's definitely picked it up here in the second half.
And as the action gets back underway here in the fourth quarter, Olivia Mullins is going to dribble the ball down and set the things up here for the Central Warriors. Again, Union's continuing to try to trap, continue to extend the pressure to help get turnovers and try to get some hands-on passes to help turn Union's over. And we got a quick timeout here. She gets trapped by Olivia Mullins. Very nice trap there by the Union Bears. She had nowhere to go. Calls a quick timeout, so she doesn't turn it over.
believe that'll leave Central with 2 timeouts remaining in the game. Again, Union extend the defense. They had 3 girls up here at the top, out above about the volleyball line, looking to jump and trap everything that Central has, making it tough on the Warriors to get a pass. Again, Union's got some tall, lanky girls. If they can set that trap up well, it could cause some problems here on Central to get that pass out. Going back to the comment on Lips, she had 2 points in the first half. You said she's heated up. She scored 7 here in the second half. A lot of those coming here recently, here early in the fourth quarter, late in the third quarter.
Got both teams coming out of the timeout here. Got both coaches pretty adamant there with the instructions they were given for each of their squads. As the Central Warriors come out, it'll be their ball as Brooke Porter gets ready to inbounds it here to Olivia Mullins. This thing we get started back underway with 6:20 left to go here in the fourth quarter. Union still applying the pressure, trying to give the problems to the Central Warriors, and it's causing them to turn it over a little bit, causing some problems, and now they seem to figure it out a little bit better as Brooke Porter drives in, splits a double team, drives into the middle of the lane, finds Brittany Mullins over at the right wing, who then turns it down and kicks it into Disa Vetnick, who then finds Brooke Porter over the right wing with a nice entry pass. She drives the lane, Disa Vetnick, but she cannot come away with the layup. Loose ball picked up by the Central Warriors. That's Brooke Porter, who turns around with about a 10-foot jumper in the lane. It's up. It's good. Give her 2. Scores now 38-18 Central Warriors.
Nice job out there by the Lady Warriors, not giving up on the possession. Good post entry pass by Porter. Savetnik was not able to hit the layup, but Porter stuck with it. Got the nice easy shot from inside the lane and converted for 2.
Number 22 here, Ashley Chester has the ball. Kicks it over to Abigail Webb in the corner. He then finds number 14. That's Jaden Smith, who drives into the lane. As she goes up to shoot the layup, she is fouled by Disa Vetnick. Got a little too much body there, Chris, I do believe. She's going to go up and shoot 2 for the Union Bears, and the score is still 38-18 here in favor of your Central Warriors.
Union Bears fans with a little sarcastic cheer, I believe, there, thanking the referees for calling a foul there on Smith. She hits the first free throw. That is her first points of the night. And Central's done a great job of keeping her in check, letting her catch the ball outside on the perimeter, making her bring it to them, and thus far it's worked for the Lady Warriors.
Second shot is up and good as well. It's now 38-20, 5:35 to play. Here comes the Central Warriors as Olivia Mullins walks the ball down the floor. And again, Union continuing to extend the pressure here, and that has caused Central some problems. The little run that Union's gone on here is because of the defensive pressure that Union has kind of extended. Brooke Porter drives baseline, finds Disa Vetnick at the foul line. There's a nice pass into Brittany Mullins, who just can't convert on the layup. Racing back the other way comes the Union Bears. And Olivia Mullins plays nice defense there and stops the 3-on-1 break by herself. Hannah Carter comes back the other way. She stops in the middle of the lane for about a 10-foot jump shot as well. That's a pretty good shot there, Chris. Looked nice coming out of her hand.
Great shot by Carter right there. She's hit 2 or 3 of those mid-lane jump shots here this game, especially here in the second half.
Score is now 20-40 in favor of the Central Warriors. Jaden Smith turns around, can't get it to go. Rebound pulled down by Brooke Porter. She heads back the other way for the Central Warriors. She drives into the lane, finds Hannah Carter again for another 10-foot jumper. It's a nice shot again, Chris. She was up, came out of her hand smooth. Give her 2 more.
4 straight points by Carter, wide open, nice jump shot, good elevation, follow through, knocks it down.
42-20 is now your score. Is number 1. Abigail Webb shoots the layup and cannot convert. Ball goes out of bounds off the Union Bears. That will be now Central Warrior basketball. 4:33 left to play.
Warriors doing a great job here. The pace of this game has picked up a little bit. Union needs to pick it up. Every time Union has scored, Central's come back down to match that score.
Here comes Olivia Mullins again. Hannah Carter sets her a high screen. She drives into the lane, tries to put an entry pass into Disa Vetnick. Ball gets knocked away. Loose ball. Nice hustle there by Hannah Carter and by number 2 from Union, getting on the floor, sacrificing body once again. Tell you what, Chris, one thing I enjoy seeing is seeing kids just get after, get on the floor, make sure they're laying on the line for their team.
Absolutely. Give all you've got. Anytime that ball's on the floor, dive. Those things don't go unnoticed by the bench, by the coaches, too. Anytime somebody gets on the floor, it tends to fire up the crowd, fires up the bench, gives your team a little spark.
The jump ball, the possession in favor of the Union Bears as action gets started back here with 4:15 left to go. Union brings the ball down the court. That's number 1, Webb, who finds number 23, Emily Brooks, who then kicks it over to the corner. Down to number 2, then finds Lips down at about 5 foot at the low block. Who can't convert on a turnaround jumper. Rebound pulled down by number 23, Olivia Mullins, and we're headed back the other way. Ball gets kicked up quickly to Sarah Dawson in the right wing. We have Brittany Mullins down. She goes back to the top to Olivia Mullins at the top of the key, who finds Brooke Porter, who now dribbles to the top of the key as well. Looks like Central is trying to take a little time here, kill a little clock, take the air out of it a little bit as we see it kind of run a little bit of a delay game as Brittany Mullins backs it up here and takes her time. Ball gets down to the corner to Brooke Porter, who drives baseline, who finds a nice entry pass into the lane to Hannah Carter, who can't convert. She gets her own rebound, puts it up, still can't convert. We still have lots of hustle on the bottom. Looks like we've got a foul called on number 12. No, that's not a foul call. Excuse me. The ball was just simply out of bounds off of number 12, Brooke Porter. In comes some subs for the Union Bears.
Getting good effort out there by the Lady Warriors, not giving up on the rebounds. 2 offensive rebounds led to 2 more shot opportunities. Lady Warriors couldn't convert, but they're going to keep fighting. Looks like we've switched back to the 2-3 zone again.
And down the court for the Union Bears comes number 11. That's Zoe Brooks. As they're setting up the offense here, Coach Corey Bostic over there is barking out some instructions, getting people set up the way he wants them to get set up so they can try to get a good shot here. A lot of time being taken. Oh, and a telegraph pass there by number 11 is stolen by Brittany Mullins. She comes down the other way, decides to dribble the ball out to take a little more air out of it and try to run the time off here with 3 minutes to go in the game. It's 42-20 still in favor of the Central Warriors. Brittany Mullins continues to dribble the ball here to top of the key. She kicks it over to Brooke Porter, who also now is backing up close to the half line, just dribbling the basketball, knocking some of the air out of some of the clock off as she's over to Brittany Mullins, who then finds Olivia Mullins, who has a little bit of an air pass, but Olivia Mullins managed to get her hands on it. Saves it into Sarah Dawson, who dribbles to the top of the key, finds Olivia Mullins again. Olivia Mullins now drives into the foul line, finds Sarah Dawson back up at the top. Sarah Dawson is continuing. A ball stolen away from Sarah Dawson, number 4. Jalen Webb goes down, finds a nice little spin move to try to shoot the layup, but she is called for a walk.
Just to recap here real quick, Union made some substitutions right there on that last dead ball. We have some girls who haven't been in. We have number 4, Jalen Webb, 11, Zoe Brooks, number 24, Autumn Varner, 34, Kara Mullins, and number 32, who I do not have on Union's roster, is also in the game for the Bears.
In goes Brooke Porter. She drives to the lane, shoots a layup. It's no good. Rebound pulled down by number 34, Kara Mullins. And the ball gets quickly thrown up to number 24. That is Autumn Varner. She goes up for the layup. Brittany Mullins comes in behind her, gets her hand on the ball, knocks it out. It'll still stay Union basketball. Good hustle there by Brittany Mullins to get back on defense.
Absolutely. 22-point lead, not giving up on the play. Coach Dawson empties his bench, but his bench is only 1. In comes Dee Savetnik.
Got Hannah Carter there. Got her hand deflected the pass to the corner. It's going to be out of bounds. Still stay Union basketball. We got 2:12 left to play here in the fourth quarter. 42-20 is still the score. Ball gets thrown to the top up there to Varner, who then kicks it over to 11, which is Brooks. He finds 34 down, which is Mullins. He then finds 24 out in the corner. That would be Varner again, who shoots a 3. It's up. It's no good. Ball goes out of bounds to be Central basketball.
Looking ahead, we got 2 minutes in this game. Central's up 22. It'll be interesting to see come Friday night when the Lady Warriors have to take on the Lady Wolfpack exactly what is the health status of Gracie Mullins. She's got ice on her ankle. Appears to be a significant injury. We hope she's okay. But as of right now, Dodson only has six ladies dressed out. The Lady Warriors are going to need Gracie come Friday.
And I've got a loose ball foul there on Brittany Mullins. It'll be Union Bear basketball headed back the other direction. 1:45 left to play here in the game. Score is still 42-20. In favor of your Central Warriors. Here comes the Union Bears down. A quick pass down to the corner, number 24. That is Varner. She shoots about a 15-foot jump shot. It's up and it's good. Give her 2, 22-42, 1:30 to play. Back comes the Warriors now. Brittany Mullins dribbling the ball to the top of the key. Dribbles into the lane. Finds Dee Savetnik over in the short corner. Who finds Brooke Porter up at the wing. She dribbles into the lane as well. Finds Dee Savetnik underneath the basket again. He decides to pass up on the easy 2. Kicks out Sarah Dawson for a 3. It's no good. Brittany Mullins comes away with the offensive rebound. Now she's trying to pass to Sarah Dawson. That'll be number 4, Jalen Webb. Gets her hand on it, knocked out of bounds. It's going to stay Central basketball. 1:14 left to play here. 42-22 still the score from the Central Warrior Gymnasium.
And the Lady Warriors not just sitting back on this 20-point lead with a minute to go. They're continuing to play hard all the way through these 32 minutes.
Ball's turned over there by Brittany Mullins. Quickly comes the other way, comes the Union Bears. Is number 11, which would be Zoe Brooks. Takes a shot. It's no good. Can't convert. Rebound pulled down by Brittany Mullins. She's dribbling down the left lane over there. Nice screen there by Hannah Carter. Kicks it out to Brooke Porter in the corner, who shoots a 3. It's up. It's good. Make it 45-22. 55 to play. Back the other way comes the Union Bears.
That 3 puts Porter in double digits. She now has 10 on the night, joining Dee Savetnik in double figures.
Ball gets kicked over to number 34. That's Kara Mullins, who shoots a 3. It's no good. Rebound pulled down by Zoe Brooks. Now she's going up for the layup. She is fouled across the arm by number 42, Dee Savetnik, and she's going to go to the foul line to shoot 2.
Actually, the foul is going to be on Brittany Mullins with a bump from behind. Could have gone either way. I believe the referee caught it on 11 with a little push from behind.
Zoe Brooks on the line to shoot 1. Ball's up. It's no good. Still 45-22. We have 43.4 seconds left to go. Into the game comes Olivia Mullins. Out the game goes Brittany Mullins. Looks like she may be done for the night, Chris. Everybody's getting high fives over there.
Yeah, with 43 seconds to go, I'd say Coach Dawson just made his last substitution.
Zoe Brooks up for the second one, and it's no good. Rebound pulled down by Dee Savetnik. And Chris, I'm going to go ahead and say that has to be a double-double for her.
Absolutely. I don't have any rebound totals, but if she doesn't have 10, I'll be highly shocked.
Olivia Mullins brings the ball down here. She's just dribbling around trying to waste and kill this last 30 seconds as we have a screen set for her by Brooke Porter. Sarah Dawson comes on the weave to the top. She's being pressured by number 4. That would be Jalen Webb. She finds Olivia Mullins as well. Union continue to apply the pressure as the Central Warriors run through their delay offense here to kind of kill the rest of the clock. 15 seconds left to go. Disa Vetney gets the ball at the top of the key. Here comes Sarah Dawson on the cut. Got a back cut. She's open. They'll give it to her. Here comes Hannah Carter. Disa Vetney showing some handles out front there. A little crossover. That was nice by the big girl. We can see now we just see her at a post move script. That was a pretty nice little crossover. And as Olivia Mullins continues to dribble at the end of the clock here for your final from Central Warrior Gymnasium. Your Central Warriors 45. The Union Bears are Union Bears 22. The Central Warriors will advance Friday night here again. I think the start time for that is 7 o'clock. I think might be a little bit.
I believe so.
I believe they have that out on the website to make sure exactly what time that is. They'll be facing the Lady Wolfpack in the Mountain 7 District Tournament Championship here again on Friday night. And, of course, as always, here for Sturgill Sports Media Broadcast, we're going to have it live action for you going on, giving you the rundown of what happens during the championship night. Give us just a few minutes here. We're going to get some stats collected, get some of the players over here as well, so we can talk to them, maybe one of the coaches as well, and get some afterward interviews. And as we get some of those things around, I'm going to grab our list of sponsors here and read those. Of course, none of this would be possible without any of our sponsors tonight. We have, first of all, ITS, which is Ideal Technology Solutions, Shade Tree Landscaping, Dale's Heating and Air, Evan Sturgill Photography, Cavalier Pharmacy, Todd's Hair Studio, Genesis Salon, Innovative Graphics, Courtney Van Huss, which is your local LuLaRoe dealer here in Wise, Morgan McClure of Coburn, Virginia as well, and Robo's Drive-In. We'll be back on again tomorrow night at 6 o'clock for the boys' semifinal game over at Gates City High School as the Central Warriors take on the Union Bears in that one as well. That'll be started at 6 o'clock. We're going to start the broadcast hopefully by about 5:45, so make sure you're tuning into that as well. And if you're still listening with us, and you have been listening with us, do us a favor, please, and on that Facebook site or Facebook, the link that you saw, the Twitter link that you saw, give us a retweet, give us a share, send that out there so we can kind of know, get other people to know that we're doing these games. Of course, we're here to do this for the kids and give them some notoriety, all the hard work and stuff that they go through, trying to put some stuff online and broadcast for them so you can kind of see what they're doing. And if you can't make it out to the games, we're here to do this for you as well, so you can kind of tune in and listen in and see exactly what's going on. And if for some reason you want to become a sponsor of Sturgill Sports Media Broadcasting, we need all the sponsors we can get. The sponsors make this possible, make us have the ability to be able to do this. You can email Sturgill Sports Media at evansturgillphotography.com to become a sponsor and to help continue the Warrior Nation blog and to help continue to support this broadcast as well. Again, that is Sturgill Sports Media at evansturgillphotography.com. One more time here before we take a second and have some of the players and a couple of the coaches come up for an after post-game interview. The score once again, the home team, the Central Warriors, number 1 seed, 45. The Union Bears of Union, Big Stone Gap, 22. And now we have Chris here with some of the totals and some of the score rundown for the game.
All right, first for the Union Bears, just to recap, quarter-by-quarter score. In the first quarter, the Bears only scored 2 points. In the second quarter, they had 5 for a total of 7 at the half. Third quarter was their most successful quarter, scoring 8. And then in the fourth and final quarter, they scored 7 for a total of 22. Leading the way for the Union Lady Bears was Heather Lips, who had 9 points in the game. Abigail Webb chipped in 2. Emily Brooks with 5. Autumn Varner with 2. And Kara Mullins with 2. For the Lady Warriors, recapping their night, in the first quarter, they scored 16, jumping out to that early 16-2 lead. In the second quarter, they were held in check by the Union Bears, only scoring 5 for a 21-7 halftime lead. But in the second half, it was all Central Lady Warriors, scoring 14 points in the third quarter and then 10 in the fourth quarter for a total of 45 for your final score. The Central Lady Warriors 45 and the Union Lady Bears 22. Leading the way for the Central Lady Warriors was Disa Vetnick with 16 points. Next in line for the Lady Warriors was Brooke Porter with 10. And then Olivia Mullins chipped in 4, Gracie Mullins with 3, and Brittany Mullins with 2. Again, that was Disa Vetnick with 16 points for the Lady Warriors. Hannah Carter with 10, Olivia Mullins with 4, Brooke Porter with 10. Gracie Mullins with 3, and Brittany Mullins with 2. I believe I missed Hannah Carter that first time through. So the Lady Warriors had three ladies in double figures tonight. Disa Vetnick with 16, Brooke Porter with 10, and Hannah Carter with 10. So 3 Lady Warriors with double figures tonight compared to the Lady Bears, who only had one, and that was Miss Lips. I'm sorry, Miss Lips only had 9. So no one for the Lady Bears in double figures, while the Lady Warriors had 3 young ladies in double figures.
And as we hang around here, I see Coach Dotson making his way up here. We got just a couple of questions we're going to ask him as a post-game interview, kind of see on some of his thoughts for tonight and for the championship game coming on Friday night.
How we doing, guys?
What's going on, Coach? Thanks for taking a few minutes here and answering a couple questions. First of all, pretty good effort tonight by the ladies. Give us some of your thoughts on the night. On the night.
Well, of course, we played well defensively, and in stretches we rebounded really well, and I thought that was a big difference. Second half, we rebounded extremely well on defense. Our positioning was good on defense. You know, we took away some things they've been getting on us, some layups, and just proud of the girls' effort. You know, 7 players down to 6, and we're still in there battling and doing things right.
So looking forward to Friday night. We know the Ridgeview Wolfpack over there, a pretty formidable opponent. Games have been close every time we've played them this year, and I know it's hard to beat a team, consecutive times. I know it's hard to play a team over and over because they kind of know your tendencies and kind of know what you got going. So what were you going to? What are some of the things you're going to be saying to the girls going into Friday night to kind of get them ready for the game?
Just go out and compete, and I've not had to worry about this bunch all year long, game in, game out. They just go out there and compete. And, like you said, we're playing a quality club. Ridgeview, is excellent. They played well tonight. And, it'll be a challenge for us, but I think we'll come out and compete.
All right, Coach. We appreciate the time tonight. Congratulations on the win. Look forward to it again on Friday night.
All right, thank you.
Come on over here, D. Next we have Dee Savetnik, who I don't know the exact stats that she had, but I know for sure that she had a double-double. Great game tonight, Dee, first of all. As we've watched you throughout the year, just the last couple of years you played, and you kind of take a little bit of pride in there on beating and banging down the low block and making sure you get some extra rebounds. Tell us, what do you consider? You consider that a big part of your game down there every night?
Yeah, I mean, that's just what I do. I just go in there and post up hard. It's just what I've always done.
That's what you like to do. That's what you like to do. We like to see the beating and banging going on. We're going to ask you kind of one of the same questions we asked Coach. Got Ridgeview coming Friday. Got Gracie maybe down with an ankle or knee, unsure on her status. We're down to 6 players now. What is the mindset of the team going into Friday night?
I mean, just keep playing hard. We got to play our game and got to get over the adversity and just keep going.
All right, that sounds pretty good. Well, Dee, we thank you very much for taking a few minutes and helping us out. Great job tonight. Looking forward to see you again on Friday night.
Thank you.
And as we finish this thing up for tonight, we appreciate you guys hanging around and listening to us as well. And we're going to take just a quick second and run back through our sponsors real quick. I'm going to flip this over to Chris and let him run through the sponsors that make this thing possible for us.
Okay. In our sponsors, we'd like to thank our ITS Ideal Technology Solutions, Shade Tree Landscaping, Dale's Heating and Air, Evan Sturgill Photography, Cavalier Pharmacy, Todd's Hair Studio, Genesis Salon, Innovative Graphics, Courtney Van Huss, Morgan McClure, Coburn, Virginia, and Robo's Drive-In. And again, anyone who'd like to help us sponsor this should contact Evan Sturgill at Sturgill Sports Media at evansturgillphotography.com.
Thanks to you, ladies and gentlemen, for tuning in and listening to the Sturgill Sports Media broadcast of the Warrior Nation blog, the semifinal game tonight. Make sure you tune in again tomorrow night, 6 o'clock. We're going to be here. I think it'll be me and we're going to be at Gate City, excuse me. I think it'll be me and Jay will be giving you the broadcast at Gate City as the boys take on the Union Bears in the semifinal game. I know both of those games they have played have been very close, with us coming out on top here just a couple of weeks ago, and looking forward to that matchup tomorrow night. So for Lance Compton and Chris Wilson, appreciate you listening to us tonight. We'll see you next time.